with a live Doppler 12 pinpoint weather alerts. Live look at the roadways this morning.
And there they are. Look at that. We have quite the messy situation on many of our major roadways this morning. We'll get an update on that in just a moment. But the wet weather we're seeing is expected to last through the weekend, and it is going to make for some slow commutes. Brian Yacono is live in Providence with the latest on the road conditions. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Pete Mangione. We have an update on Joaquin.
We do. Joaquin is now a Category 1 hurricane. We'll get to that in just a second. I want to show you live pinpoint Doppler 12. Notice where the heavy rain is right now. This is not a good spot to have the heavy rain. Not that it's good anywhere, but notice how we have this batch of yellow and red right over the 295 and 95 junction in Warwick, and the heavy rain continues up through Cranston, up even into the Providence metro area. When we get heavy rain in this region, that's where we can have a lot of that localized street flooding. You know the drill. Fletcher Avenue in Cranston. Streets and roads which tend to flood during heavy rain events, those will be likely ponding this morning. So definitely add an extra few minutes. If you can wait this out for a few minutes, if your commute takes you through this region, 95 near Cranston, Warwick, maybe just wait it out until this lobe of precipitation passes, as it's coming down pretty heavy right now. And you can see on our city cam, heavy rain, temperatures right now in the 70s, 72 in Providence, Gloucester 71, Westerly 72, and New Bedford at 71 degrees. A coastal flood advisory in effect. This is not because of rain. This is because of the gusty winds coming in from the south. This expires at noon, but likely some pretty big waves down there in Narragansett. This afternoon, not quite as frequent with the rain showers. Temperatures in the 70s, still very gusty. And then all eyes will be on Joaquin, now a Category 1 storm with winds of 75 miles per hour. We are still looking for this thing to go south and then back to the north as we head throughout the back half of the weekend. I'll let you know what to expect for southern New England in terms of that storm coming up in just a few minutes. Now let's get you out to jam cam traffic with Gina Brown. Hey, Gina.
Well, we're going to start off here at 95 Orem Street. Lots and lots of backup. Now, this right here is very typical of the highways, all of them, pretty much throughout the state and also most of southeastern Massachusetts. But you can see you're not getting into downtown Providence anytime soon. Probably want to delay heading in, or maybe you could use 295. It's slow, but there are no accidents there. So out to the maps with the laundry list. So earlier accident out on 95 southbound, that's still there, blocking some travel lanes by exit 30. This one's clear though on the northbound side. A little bit of good news. And then we have lots and lots of heavy traffic surrounding the commute into Providence. So the yellow mark down here, accidents reported Route 4. The latest one is over by Oak Hill, and I'm hearing there's a detour in place onto Lafayette, so probably want to avoid Route 4 for a little bit till this gets mopped up. We also had multiple crashes on Route 1 at the north-south Kingstown line. Heavy traffic in pockets out of Coventry all the way up to where we have an accident right up here clearing at exit 12 in Warwick on 95 northbound. And live with your Jam Cam traffic, I'm Gina Brown, Eyewitness News.
I actually just got an email from one of our coworkers saying that he's on his way in. He said the roads are brutal right now, and he's coming up from the South County area, but that's the case all over the state right now. It seems pinpoint weather team coverage continues. This is Narragansett, and service high, and there is a risk of some minor coastal flooding.
As we've been reporting, today's heavy rain is impacting the commute, as Gina just saw. I want to check in with Brian Yacono for the latest on how things look on 95. That rain really has picked up, Brian.
It has, Danielle. Good morning. We've seen a significant increase in the rate that the rain is coming down just in the last few minutes. You can probably hear it on my umbrella. I want you to see what traffic looks like right now on 95. We're in Providence, right near the State House. Gina was talking about the slow-moving traffic, where you can see in a lot of cases just how much water is on the interstate right now. That's slowing these vehicles down, one, because of just the concern of hydroplaning, obviously, but also the fact that all that spray is coming out from the traffic as well. And at times we're seeing sheets of this rain coming down more at a horizontal angle than a straight down angle, as we saw earlier this morning. Well, last night we were getting ready for the storm, as was the Emergency Management Agency for Rhode Island. We were at their headquarters last night as they were getting ready for the storm. A number of recommendations they have for getting ready for this weather over the next several days. A big thing they say is, of course, have your readiness kit. That includes a first aid kit, flashlight, batteries in case the power does go out for you. But they also say with the impending arrival or the fringe pieces of Joaquin coming this weekend, they say, take a look around your house, get rid of any loose items, hanging plants, decorations, and also take a look at your trees.
Also, taking a look at the trees in their property, some of the limbs from that August macroburst, they might have damaged some trees, damaged limbs. There might be hanging limbs. recommend safely removing as much of that as you can, because if we do get some heavy winds, those could become projectiles. They could fall, they could damage your home or your property.
And as always, officials urge you to drive a little slower in these kind of conditions. That's at least what we're seeing right now on 95 in Providence. Again, conditions worsening just within the last few minutes. Coming up in our next half hour, difficult commute, but even worse if you have to try to work on the water. The impact of several days of weather like this on those who have to do just that, coming up in 30 minutes. With the Mobile Newsroom, Brian Yacono, Eyewitness News.